What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the 2nd Street Marvel. It's Wednesday, June 12th, 2019, and you know what that means. It's New Comic Wednesday, and welcome to my comic book pull list. Thank you all so much for tuning in to the 2nd Street Marvel today. Now, if this is your first time here, please make sure you're subscribed, click the little bell, and all that good stuff. And make sure you stay to the end where I'll flap my gums about a giveaway that I will be doing very soon. Now, in case you don't already know, every single Wednesday is New Comic Wednesday at your local comic shop. Now, you can also buy comics digitally online, but if you have a local comic book shop near you, you should get out and support them. I know my local comic book shop bases cards and comics in Lancaster, California. You can go in there and they have like action figures, posters, cards for like playing Magic, sports cards, and just all kinds of other different things. So you should head out to your local comic book shop and see what they have to offer. But as I said, new comics are released every single Wednesday, and also trade paperbacks. Trade paperbacks are collected editions of comic books. Basically in these, they are a little bit thicker, and most of them have about 5 issues in them, 5 to 6 issues, but there are others, like this one right here, that has about, I think it was like 15 or 16 issues in it. So there are collected editions. They are a little bit better value than buying single issues of the comic books. You can always just go out and pick up trade paperbacks. They're a little bit better value, and but they are a little bit behind from when the comic books come out. Like I said, there's like 5 of them in there, so basically 5 comic books release, and then I don't know, about a month or 2 later, they will release the trade paperback. Today we are here to go over my comic book pull list. In case you don't know what a comic book pull list is, the comic book pull list is when you go into your local comic book shop and ask them to start a pull list for you. And basically what that means is they pull each issue of what you would like, and they pull it aside, and they have it there waiting for you. And that's just one benefit of going to your local comic shop. And on my pull list today is, starting off with War of the Realms Giant Man issue number 3. Now, I'm not sure if you guys seen, a couple of weeks ago, maybe it was last week, I did a review on the first 2 issues of this book, and like I said, it's sometimes you gotta watch a plane crash into the mountain, you gotta watch something bad, but you know what, the first issue was really the only one that I kind of had any gripes with. The second issue came out, I quite enjoyed it, and I'm hoping this 3rd issue is just as good, at least as good as the 2nd issue. The one thing I will say is the War of the Realms has been kind of, the tie-in issues are out of sequence with the main continuity of the story, and it's just the way that's been going on. I haven't really liked that, but that's a different story for a different time. In all the books I've read, really, they've all been pretty good, but the event so far, it's not quite where I'd like it to be, but we'll see. It's got a couple of issues left before it's all over. So moving on, we got Symbiote Spider-Man issue number 3. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have been following this series. This series has been very good. I've liked what's been going on in it. It's kind of a throwback story to the Spider-Man back in the 80s, basically back when they came back from outer space during the Secret Wars. And it's been a pretty good story. I like the art in the book. The story's been pretty good. And I believe this is just a mini-series, so I believe there's only 5 to 6 issues, and that's something good. I've really liked a lot of the mini-series that Marvel has been doing. Speaking of a mini-series, moving on, we got Life of Spider-Man issue number 4, the 90s. This series has been great. Chip Zdarsky, awesome job on the writing, and let me show you. Look at this. Look at the art in here. This won't really ruin it for you, but look at the art in this book. The art in it has been absolutely great. I've loved the art in it. It's a throwback to my childhood. It reminds me of some of the comic books that I read as a child of Spider-Man. The next one I've got is Major X issue number, what is that, number 4 now? Yeah, 5. Issue number 5. So I believe there's only 1 issue left on Major X. And this series is pretty good. I didn't realize until I went and picked this up today that I actually fell an issue behind. I didn't get issue number 4 read, but I've liked the story that's been going on here. They've only got one more issue till this is all done. So I guess we'll see how it does overall. I'll end up doing a review on those very soon. Then the next one I have is Superior Spider-Man issue number 7. And this is, again, a War of the Realms tie-in. I don't know what to say about this being a tie-in. All of a sudden, I've got Superior Spider-Man being tossed into the War of the Realms when what has been going on in his main story arc so far has not even had the slightest bit of indication that the Earth is under attack from Malekith and the Dark Elves and all of his allies coming to take over the Earth. So it's just a little bit odd to me. It's just a little bit odd. I will say that much. And you know what's funny about that is I recently seen a video by Comic Storian here on YouTube where they actually did a video talking about the continuity of the War of the Realms. And they even said in the video too, you know, the story has been good, just the release has been, it's been a little lackluster on the releases. Moving on, we got Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, issue number 7. I can't wait to read this issue. Issue number 6 literally made me start crying in my daughter's karate class. I was sitting there, actually I guess all my kids are in karate now. My kids were in karate class, and I was reading issue number 6, and I literally had tears pouring out of my eyes, and I felt ridiculous, but I felt justified because the story's been that good. Tom Taylor has been the one writing this series, and he's done a good job writing it. I almost stopped pulling it, but then I'm like, man, I can't. He's got me. He's got this character down good. I like what's been going on in it, and it is a different story than what's been going on in the Amazing Spider-Man. And in case you don't know, Tom Taylor has been writing the Deceased issues over at DC, and that's basically DC's zombies kind of thing. It's been a pretty good 2 issues so far. Now, next one, Punisher issue number 12. I think an issue behind here. I might be on issue 10 or 11 of Punisher. I just like what Matt Rosenberg does with the Punisher. I believe he was doing the series, before it all started over again, the World War Punisher. I think that was it. War Machine Punisher. I believe he wrote that one too. I'm not for sure. I know he was doing some Punisher before this series basically started over at issue number 1 again. The next one I've got is Venom, issue number 15. Now, I haven't myself been keeping up with the Venom story, the normal one. I believe Donny Cates has been writing it. I think it was Cates. I'm not for sure. If I'm wrong about that, I apologize. Please feel free to tear me up down in the comments. But Cullen Bunn has been writing the tie-in issues of the War of the Realms, and I have been picking those up. It just seemed like one I figured I'd just get into. I figured it's Venom. Check it out. And at the time when I picked up the first issue, I didn't know that Cullen Bunn was in on this, but it's whatever. The story's been pretty good, and I actually see where it ties into the War of the Realms. I mean, I do get that with this issue, but I don't know. I think it was even still released out of the normal sequence as well. I don't know. The next one I've got is Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 23. I can't wait to get my eyes on this book. You can see by the cover, Ryan Ottley's back, man. Woo! I love Ryan Ottley's art, man. It's beautiful. I mean, just look at that cover. Look at that cover. I've seen they had variant covers on this Amazing Spider-Man, and when I seen the digital ones online, I was like, ooh, those look pretty good. I might get one of those. And then I got there, and I seen the other covers just, they're actually in person, and then seen this cover there, and I knew the Ryan Ottley one was great anyway, but I seen it compared to the other two, and I'm like, Ryan Ottley, you got me, bro. You got me. Keep Ryan Ottley on this book. Please. I understand he's a busy man. Yeah, I get it, but come on, man. Ryan Ottley's art has been so great for this Amazing Spider-Man. I love it. Okay. And I believe he's going to be on a hiatus again in another couple of issues. I think I've seen something like that in some of these solicits. If you are new to reading comic books, I got to tell you, head out to your local comic book shop and check them out, because they also do these just about every week. These are $1 issues. These are the true believers that Marvel does. These are basically just back issues that they have. They only cost $1. For $1, you can't, if you're just getting into reading, you don't want to spend a lot of money, $1, you can't beat it for these classic issues. They've also been doing, aside from the True Believers, they were also doing Marvel's Greatest Creators and doing some of their different stories on those as well. So for $1, you can't beat it. If you're not currently reading comic books, you don't know where to start, where to get in, go pick up an issue somewhere of something that you think you'll like. pick up, one of these dollar issues at the same time because you got a good classic story there for $1. You can't beat it. Now, moving on, I do have some DC, and it is Hawkman issue number 13. I got into this series at the suggestion of Comic Man Jake, and I actually had some of the issues that I got, and I'm gonna send those to him because they belong in his collection a little more than they do mine, and so I'm gonna send those to him. But I picked this Hawkman issue up because I did like the story that's going on here, but I picked this up again because what is it, Inyuk Lee? Lee Inyuk? I'm probably saying that wrong. Look at that cover. It's just so awesome. The story's been good, and I've seen this variant cover, and I just had to pick that one up. The next issue I have, you guys have seen, I've mostly been picking up the photo variants of Elvira, but today I picked up the regular art version of Elvira. I believe this is the Mistress of the Dark, issue number 6. I just really liked this cover of this series and of this particular issue. Even more than like the actual photo cover. It was actually really good, and so I went ahead and picked this one up. The art cover, it's just a nice cover, and I'm gonna read through this issue and see how it is. It's just, it kind of reminds me of my childhood. It's Elvira. Plus, I've said it before, man. Come on, Elvira, right? All right. The next one I have, and I just did a review on issue number 3, was Neon Future issue number 2. Now this isn't a new issue. This actually released probably a couple of months ago, but I actually had my local comic book shop. They ordered it in for me, and so I went ahead and got that because I did like that issue number 3, and I wanted to get into it. Since there was only 3 issues in, I figured I'd get into it and see what they're like. And they've also got issue number 1 on order for me too, so I will be getting that in. But if you go back and watch that review that I did just this morning, you can go see that on the review there is a way that you can go get a copy of Neon Future issue number 1 absolutely free. If you just go and watch that video, I tell you exactly how to do that. It is a digital copy, but hey, you still get to read it, right? And I will tell you that Neon Future issue number 4 does actually come out next week, and I gotta tell you, I'm looking forward to it after reading that 3rd issue, and I am about partway through the 1st issue that I got from that free copy that I got online. Like I said, go back and watch my video on the Neon Future comic book review, and let me know what you thought about that review. I know I need to work on my review skills and everything, so please feel free to turn me up and leave me more than enough constructive criticism comments down in the comments section. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, as I said, I will be doing a giveaway very soon. As soon as we hit 300 subscribers here on the channel, I will be doing a giveaway for a digital copy of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. To get entered into the giveaway for this free digital copy of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, first of all, you gotta be subscribed, and then you've gotta leave a comment down in this video or any of the videos from when we hit 200 all the way till when we hit 300. Just leave a comment in any of the videos to get entered into that giveaway. That's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning into the 2nd Street Marvel today. Now, if you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed and click the little bell so you get notifications anytime I have uploaded new content. And what that also does is it sends you out notifications anytime I plan on doing a live video. I do a live stream every single Friday night at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so check your local listings. It is called the Trailer Park Live. Now, when I go in and do the Trailer Park Live, I basically go in and I start going over some of the comic books that I pulled for the week. I kind of talk a little bit more about them, kind of give a little brief review, and then I get into some of the live chats and we just kind of talk about some of the different rumors regarding movies, music, comic books, and just things like that. It's always a good time every single time that you guys show up to that show. You guys are what make that show, and I truly do appreciate everybody showing up to that. It is always a good time every single time you guys show up. Again, thank you all so much for tuning into the 2nd Street Marvel. If you haven't already, please make sure you give this video a like. And if you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. I honestly don't care. But make sure you leave a comment down in the comments section to get entered into the giveaway. You don't have to like the video, but you can get something for free, right? And make sure you share with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the 2nd Street Marvel. You all have a good rest of your week. Happy reading, and we'll see you on Friday on the Trailer Park Live. Later.